Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yup, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. Typically, on these true crime documentaries from Just Thought Lounge, we don't typically go for the new videos. You know what I'm saying? We like to let, you know what I'm saying? We want to see the old joints and let them do him right. But this one, it's a new video and it's already doing numbers. And I was like, whoa, we gotta check that out. My bad. But we got Gruesome Discovery reveals secret life, the murder of Todd Morgan. I don't know what we getting ourselves into, but we finna get ourselves into it, okay?
Yep.
What you say it like that for?
Like what?
You said, yep.
Sorry, guys.
You good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. With that being said, make sure you check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go if you want to first support. All you got to do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's visuals,
like it with a thumbs up.
Well, highly appreciate it, man. But let's go. Let's check it out. Let's see what's about. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get it.
In the spring of 2023, police in Hudson, Ohio, were dispatched to the home of a 41-year-old father who had failed to collect his daughter from school.
It's a long driveway. Any shovel in this?
Officers performing the welfare check made a gruesome discovery.
One's in radio. Come on, go run back. Get EMS out here.
Dr. Todd Morgan was a well-liked and respected professor at the University of Cleveland. He was also a doting and loving father of two. But under his professional facade, the professor was hiding more scandalous behaviors. And his secrets were tragically about to come to light. Hi there, I'm Kevin, and welcome to Just Thought Lounge. Today's case is the story of an investigation that began to unravel over the first few hours on scene. A shocking discovery, a handful of strange clues, and then the one piece of evidence that opened the floodgates and helped police to piece it all together. Let's take a look. Hudson is a city in the north of Summit County, Ohio. Located between Cleveland and Akron, it is known as an affluent suburban community, populated by large colonial-style houses on spacious plots of land, as well as tree-lined streets. On the afternoon of Wednesday, April 19, 2023, Hudson police were contacted to perform a welfare check on a local resident, 41-year-old Dr. Todd Morgan. Todd, a professor of business and finance at the University of Cleveland, was a father to two children, a son 10 years old with his ex-wife Therese, and a daughter nearly 5 years old with ex-girlfriend Mary. That Wednesday, Todd was meant to collect his daughter from school, but he didn't show up. Mary placed the call to police.
Hi, I was wondering if I'd be able to request a wellness check on someone.
Okay, what's going on?
So my daughter was supposed to be picked up by her father today, and I got a call from the school that she was still at the school, so I ended up picking her up. They tried to contact him. I tried to call him a couple times and haven't received anything back.
And what's his name?
Todd Morgan.
Has he ever done anything like this?
No, I don't think he would forget his daughter from school, but we are going through some custody issues right now, which is why I find it to be a little bit more unusual.
Yeah.
When you call him, does it go straight to voicemail or does it ring?
It rings.
At just before 7 p.m. that evening, officers Preggy and Bowen arrived at the professor's house on West Streetsboro Street.
You see how two officers showed up to this one?
Yeah.
And that one body cam, it was
It was
just
just that one.
Yeah.
And then I told you when we did one. At first I said one, but then I thought it was actually two.
Yeah.
And we had two. So I don't know what that was about.
I don't understand why one officer only if it's a wellness check. I don't understand why only one, unless it's a small town.
Yeah.
But typically, it doesn't make sense for just one officer to arrive for a wellness check, because if I discover something or I'm in the act of something, I need to have backup of some sort.
True.
God.
2015 Porsche, black in color, to Todd Morgan from that address. Valid native, has the CCW.
Is he in the floor? Oh, shoot. You said you see blood? 110 radio. Come on. Go run back. Get EMS out here. Oh boy. There's a lot of blood. Party looks to be might have fell. Crap. Oh, hold on.
The door open.
Yeah.
That's how whoever did it came in. Because with
out
those
the
you can't lock it unless somebody locks it from the inside or have a key.
True, and then also whoever 9 times out of 10 they park because it was like the parking is back here. The drive, like the
Yeah, but it's a long driveway, so somebody would have seen you coming out the driveway.
True.
Unless you're on foot, I would prefer to be in the back.
True.
But I don't know if it's a connecting, neighborhood or anything in the back. Sometimes typically people got to connect them back. I ain't gonna hold you. Typically, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna go through the back way. I'm not going through the front.
That's sad.
But that just also shows me something.
Oh, wow.
Just inside the back door, the officers found Todd Morgan on the floor. He was wearing only his dressing gown and appeared to have suffered significant trauma to his head.
Oh, wow.
The officer's first impression, based on the location of the visible wound on his temple, was that Todd had taken his own life. However, despite shell casings nearby, no gun was visible. Perhaps they thought it was underneath him. Officers did a thorough sweep through the house to see if there was anyone else inside.
I don't see a weapon. That's why I'm thinking something else.
At the base of the stairs leading to the second floor bedrooms, they identified another casing. It was the same caliber as those visible near to Todd by the back door.
It's a bullet casing here, which that's weird. Why is there a bullet casing here?
In one of the children's bedrooms, they found a piggy bank knocked over onto the floor.
You found money?
Change. Piggy bank knocked over.
Fake robbery. Try to insinuate this.
Yeah. Could be.
This is little girl room.
Nothing
That's
more
messed up,
appeared to
bro.
be disturbed in this room.
Well, if it was a robbery, the house would be more ransacked, right?
Alright.
Fact.
Guess that one you're in now.
Look like a
In the
single
master
father
bedroom,
home.
they found a messy scene. The bed was in disarray. Bottles of alcohol and other drinks sat out, and open condom packages were scattered on the floor.
There's a weapon of any kind. That's weird. Why is there... This makes me think someone shot him.
It's the whole scene.
Do you think somebody went afterwards and tried to stage and make it look like it's
That's what it
something
appears.
that is,
That's what it appears to right now.
or was some other stuff going on?
And there's no telling, bro. The initial part of this video just. It seems so bizarre and odd. The whole setup and situation,
Yeah, well.
There's shell casings all over the freaking house, so we know it's not self.
Yeah.
The daughter's piggy bank broke into, but it's a child's piggy bank. That's not a robbery, and you left the money. That's not a robbery.
Yeah.
At least you're gonna get the dollars. You might leave a chump change, but you're gonna get the dollars.
Yeah.
And then he's got alcohol bottles open. Now he does look, the home, the way it's displayed does look like a single father. A single man got a little money, enough to have a nice, decent home, but it ain't like fully like decked out, furnished. I mean, you know, man, we very simplistic. We don't need much, you know.
We're gonna have to call the detectives out.
Doesn't look
Hey,
like
Sarge,
a
you
woman
wanna?
straight there
Are we?
with him.
Say it's pretty bad in there.
Yeah, there's shell casings in the house all over, but
Okay.
there's no weapon.
Keep the. Okay.
He's been sitting there for a while. That blood's dried up.
Okay.
I don't. Can you tell me
What's that?
it looks weird.
While Hudson police tried to piece together what had transpired inside the house, one unfortunate fact was certain. The father of two had passed away. The news would come as a devastating blow to family and friends. At the age of 41, Todd had accomplished a lot in life. He received his bachelor's degree from Cleveland University in 2005, his master's degree 1 year later, and then went on to earn his PhD from Kent State University in 2015. He held positions as an assistant professor in Massachusetts and Michigan before returning to his alma mater, Cleveland State, just 2 years before his death. But Todd's greatest accomplishment and his joy in life were his two children. He has unfailingly been described as a dedicated and loving father. Many knew Todd primarily as a well-liked, intellectual, and serious person, though with his kids, he was always having fun. He loved goofing around with them, playing video games, having dance-offs, playing at the park, and taking them on trips. On the day he was found, his daughter waited patiently for him to collect her from her school, certain that he would be there, as he always was. After all of the other children had gone home, it was her mother that arrived instead. Mary was uncertain of what to tell a little girl whose father had been such a big part of her world. Of course, at that time, they also did not have any answers.
That's sad, bro.
Very.
Back at the scene, detectives were called out to launch an investigation.
So there's a male deceased at the back door. Looks like the back door looks like it was kicked from the inside. I have not gone inside the house. So he's laying on his back with a gunshot wound to the head at the back door, and it looks like the door was forced out, as in out to the door. So
it is, bro.
I'd like for somebody to come out and take a look. There's shell casings all over the place, and just to figure out exactly what's going on.
It is, bro.
Todd's autopsy concluded that he was shot 7 times. Based on the study,
because it does look like, I wonder, was it locked and they can't unlock it? Because I don't know how secure he probably would have had it, especially since his kids be there. And so he probably had it super secure where you need a key or something to even unlock it. Which is not a problem. It's actually, like, for parental, a very smart move to do. Where they had to kick it open because they didn't want to go through the front door.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you saw the backyard. It did look like it was a connected neighborhood in the back.
Todd's
So, or it's a field. So, honestly, if you do commit a crime, it probably would be what you would think the smartest move is to go this way to the back of the house through the back field and cut out, because it looked like some woods, but it could just be some trees right there. But it looks like a good getaway. You get what I mean?
Autopsy concluded that he was shot 7 times.
That's a lot.
Based on the stifling to his skin, one of these shots was determined to have been within close range.
Wow.
2 of the 7 shots were in his left clavicle area, which the medical examiner speculated would have been fatal within minutes.
Oh, for real?
All had been delivered from the same weapon, a 9mm handgun.
Wow.
The back door next to where Todd was found appeared broken. A piece of the door frame near to the lock was missing, as though the door had been forced open from the inside. A piece of the lock...
Well, what if they tried to do that to make it look like somebody broke in?
It could all be like a staging. I don't know. It's just odd.
Yeah.
Because if you already in the house, why? I mean, I get what you were saying with the door
Yeah.
situation, but I mean, it could be something like we'll see.
But it does appear to they're trying to make it look like it's a home invasion type situation turned into a robbery, but nothing's missing.
Was spotted on the deck a few feet from the doorway. In addition to spatter on the inside of the door, police noticed footprints tracked out from the house onto the deck. These appeared to lead down the steps towards the drive, where Todd's Porsche SUV was parked. Whoever had tracked the blood onto the deck likely had their own vehicle to leave the scene, unless one of the responders had left the footprints.
Let me double check Sean's tread.
Unless when Sean walked back out, he did, but we both went over the water.
All right. Lee, just for good measure, bottom of your feet. All right, definitely.
I don't think that it will be theirs because it looks super dry already. Or it looks dried up, and then also they went in, but they went back out towards the front.
True.
So,
but have you ever looked at the bottom of Forces? It does look like a Force, like Air Force One. I don't know if anybody's seen an Air Force One. Nah, not Jordan. What, did I say Jordan Forces? I mean Nike Air Force. Like it's that circular. It looks like this a little bit. That circular. And then 9 times out of 10 it's not, but it gave me like a circular image to it. You see what I'm talking about? That circular motion and how like this right here is close to the outer, but it might not.
I get what you're saying. It looks like it, but
it looks very similar to it.
Yeah.
When Sean walked back out, he did, but we both went over the water.
All right. Lee, just for good measure, bottom of your feet. All right, definitely. Can I see your tread on your shoes? Yeah, definitely not you. Okay. There's footprints all over in the blood, and it looks like boots. So.
I don't think it's Cassie's there because her tread's.
Yeah, it matches nobody's.
Can I see the bottom of your boot real quick? Just to see. No.
Hell no.
Yeah, you can. Can I see the bottom of your shoe?
Not hers either.
Try to tippy-toe around.
We just have there's.
Officers established that no one on scene could have left the footprints. They continued to theorize.
They just have to verify that because in court, their lawyer would try to be like, how we don't know that that's... So that's a good thing that they're doing right here is go ahead and prove and rule that out, that could be a possibility.
Whether they might also have caused the damage to the doorframe.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, there would piece of this door would be out here somewhere. Oh wait, there it is. It's all the way over here.
Oh, okay, then that definitely wasn't us. Because he did not hit it. He did not pull it that hard.
You would have seen that fly all the way over here, right?
Yeah.
He went in. He just yanked on it. I mean, he yanked. He just opened it, and then
inside the house, multiple laptops and tablets were found sitting in plain view, which appeared to counter speculation that Todd had been the victim of a robbery. In addition, his pricey vehicle remained in the driveway. Eventually, Todd's wallet and keys were also located. There was no cash in his wallet, though family said he rarely carried any. Todd's cell phone, however, was missing. Eventually, a total of 8 shell casings were located. Firearms were found in the house.
8 shell casings.
Camera. Also, what if the person took the cell phone because it has evidence of the last person he was communicating with?
A 9mm handgun, not loaded, was found buried.
And why we got so many condom wrappers just...
I
ain't gonna lie, even though he's a single man, his kids still be at the house. So he's not gonna have this out all sporadically. You know what I'm saying? He's a single father, but he has kids and they have beds there.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to go pick up his child.
That's something that you will hope is, you don't have all of that laying around.
Yeah, you
then you got this kid, I would have.
It's too much around.
Yeah.
Too many open
were found in the house. A 9mm handgun, not loaded, was found buried underneath clothing in a closet. Near to it was a shotgun, also not loaded. A second 9mm handgun with a round in the chamber and 4 more in the magazine was found under a Spider-Man mask on the shelf of the nightstand in the master bedroom.
What?
Every gun located in the house was registered to Todd. None were a match to the weapon that killed him.
He was strapped up, but
officers turned...
He had too many weapons for it to be a break-in.
Yeah.
He would retrieve one of those weapons. Okay. So whoever it was, he had his guard down and he allowed you in.
Yeah.
Because bro, if I got all them weapons like that, bro, I'm ready.
Turned their attention to the neighbors, seeking a witness who may have spotted strange activity, perhaps an unknown vehicle parked at Todd's house the prior day. Linda, from down the street, told officers that her daughter babysat for Todd once or twice, roughly a year earlier. In Linda's opinion, Todd was an odd guy. She thought it was suspicious that he drove a nice car, worked from home, and had the money to fully renovate his large...
How's that odd, though? And that's why I'll be telling you, I'll be thinking some people probably think we odd. Like, that's an odd couple because the neighborhood we live in, we constantly are always at home. We freely go about. You always see us bringing in, like when we bring in bags, it's a lot of bags because it's either we spend a lot of money on groceries, we go shopping. People probably like, what they on? Don't sell no dope. I sell hope.
You sell hope?
Hope. We all got hope to be successful one day.
I don't care what nobody think about me.
I'm just saying, like,
I don't.
But he's a professor, though. You thinking because he got a Porsche, but he could. He couldn't. You can't put nothing past anybody.
Yeah, I mean you can't, but
he got a nice home. Ohio's not that expensive, is it?
I don't know. I don't know what it is like now. It's 2023.
Large house.
I always said there's something off about him. Like, I get really feelings about people when I meet people. And I always said, I don't think there seems to be something strange about him, but I couldn't put my finger on it.
Has he ever mentioned anything odd to you before?
Anything odd?
Like strange, ever saying anything strange to you?
He
just seems odd.
Weird. He said he worked from home. What the fuck does he do? He drives a Porsche.
I think it could be some kind of computer on work at home job. I mean, that's pretty common nowadays.
He fixing up the house the whole time. Where does this guy get his money from? I don't know. Like, what does he do? And he says, he needs to run errands and go to the gym, and so he wants my daughter to babysit. Where does he go?
You ever noticed any depression or anything like that?
He just seems off.
Just seems off.
He seems like fucking off, like fucking weird. Like, I don't know. I get a very off feeling about him.
What's your name, ma'am?
My name's Linda.
So I want to see. Because he's a professor. He's been a professor for a while, right? Because he was, and he moved back home. But he
moved back, and he's been in Ohio for 2 years now.
And also, remember, he was a professor in Massachusetts.
Yeah, an assistant professor, yeah.
Cost of living there is way higher than Ohio.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Yeah.
I would assume. Could the pay wage could have had some savings? You never know.
Yeah.
At the house next door, retired grandfather Brian spent most days at home, but he did not see or hear anything either.
I'll hang out here and go see if mom and dad are home, or whatever.
Hi. Hi, are your parents home?
Oh, my grandpa's in the house.
Your grandpa's in the house. Can I speak to him real quick?
Yeah.
Thank you. Have you seen anyone at the house or hear anything?
Seen anything, and I'm retired. Recently retired. I'm here all the time.
You're here. You haven't heard anything.
Haven't heard anything. A peep.
Okay. All right.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, we're just.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Todd Morgan.
He was shot 7 times, so they either had a silencer. So I've been inside a home and heard guns, and it's still faint. It's still to the point where you like.
Especially, also, I'm about to just chime in. I was just about to say, especially depending on what time it happened, right? Yeah. I understand it's 7:33 now, but they said the blood was already dry. So I wonder at what time did it actually occur? True. And then they did say it was 8 casings, so
But I was just trying to understand.
Shot 7 times, 8 cases.
Cause if he say for instance he's in his house, will he even hear gunshots going off inside of another person's house? That's what I said. Like in my mom's house, somebody shot up the house that my auntie owns. My auntie was not living there. She owns the house and rents it out. But somebody shot up the house she owns across the street. We was inside. We heard something. We were like, it sounded pop 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 pop.
Yeah.
Pop pop. And then we was like, and the only reason why we was like 100% there was a gunshot is because the cadence of the shot.
Yeah.
Other than that, we really didn't know what it was, and it was faint.
True.
So if it's in somebody else's house next to you,
you may not hear too much, depending on where you at in your house.
Also, what time of the day, like you said.
And like you said, he probably didn't hear anything, but it's the fact that he didn't see anyone, so no one else, like another car or anything, like they came.
Or maybe he's just not a nosy neighbor.
Maybe not. But I'm just saying, I do wonder if they were in their own car or did they leave on. I'm just wondering. I'm just trying to piece things together.
I get where you're going.
I hope he's okay. He seems like a nice guy. I mean, he's been here a year and a half.
Year and a half.
Kids.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Married couple Eugene and Sherry were keen to speak with police. Both recalled hearing what could have been gunshots ring out from the direction of Todd's property at around 7:20 a.m. that morning.
7:20.
Of course, at that time, they attributed the sound to a car backfiring or perhaps other traffic noise emanating from across the back of the property.
But he didn't hear
Over the previous year, Todd had also undertaken extensive renovations on the house. Perhaps it was the sound of further work being done. Eugene and Sherry had also spotted a car in Todd's driveway, one they had never seen before.
I saw somebody come out of the house to the car that was next to the Porsche. They were in the car. I mean, it was there.
The Porsche?
No, it was next to the Porsche.
Okay.
And it was there when I woke up this morning at 5 o'clock. As I walked.
The car was already there.
The car was already there. The person
5?
was due. When I woke up.
Okay.
But at 7:15, 7:20, I heard. And then I saw someone come out of the house, go to the car, open up the car, was there for a while, and then took something back into the house, like a package or a box, it looked like.
Okay.
And then came back out, not running, but walking fast.
Quick paced?
Yes.
At what time was that?
It had to be 7:20.
At 7:20?
Yeah, it all happened within a couple of minutes.
You heard the
two shots, I'm assuming. I don't know. And then I thought someone was banging on something. And then a little pause, and then 4 more.
Okay. Can you describe that car?
It was a smaller car, light colored, maybe a light blue, light gray. I couldn't get the make of it.
Do you happen to have cameras?
I checked my ring.
You didn't pick it up?
It didn't pick it. It didn't pick it up.
Okay. It was like a 4-door or 2-door?
I couldn't tell.
Did you see the person that was shot?
No, I didn't. No, I did not. Okay. I did not see the person.
Okay.
My wife thinks there was long hair.
We were in different places, so I was finishing my coffee here.
Come on, girl.
Sherry saw the individual who left in the unknown vehicle. She provided a rough description.
So then I saw somebody come out of the house with long hair to the shoulders. I couldn't even tell you if it...
Never mind. You probably didn't know what was going on, so I'm not going to even say that.
It was male or female, to be honest with you. It looked like a smaller frame, not a big person. Got into a little car. I wouldn't say the car was champagne color. He said it was bluish. So there you go for our perspective of what it was. There are cars... Todd, from what I know, he's only been here less than a year. He has 2 children from different mothers. They're coming and going all the time, dropping kids off.
Oh, sure.
And there's always like a Jeep there from somebody he knows. And I don't know if it's one of the mothers or not, but it's a newer Jeep. Okay. This was a car that I'd never seen.
You've never seen that car?
No. And that person came out, like Gene said, grabbed something from the car. I thought it was more like a package. He thought it was like a box. Again, we weren't putting anything in perspective. It's just what we walked as passing by. Right. And then the person took something back into the house and then came back out and then just drove away. And Jean even commented like, well, there couldn't have been anything. They're not in a rush. So.
Shortly after speaking with officers, Eugene further scrutinized what was captured on his Ring doorbell camera. He found that the vehicle he and Sherry had spotted that morning was just barely discernible in the footage.
It's like 10 to 7, the car is there. Okay.
I don't know how to work this thing. But that,
okay, so that's the car.
yeah, I don't know if you're going to be able to see anything from that or whatever.
Okay. I'll give this back to you. I'll go tell.
Okay, I'm not sure how to.
Yeah.
And then it jumps to 7:30 and it's gone.
And it's gone.
Yeah.
So this,
Yeah,
what time is that? Right.
Was like
6:50.
50.
Yeah.
Okay, and then 7 is
not
gone.
continuous shot.
Well, the next spot on here is 7:30, so there's a gap.
Okay.
And then it's gone at 7:30.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
I guess it might be if
A
he's
still
hardwired.
photo sent by Eugene showed a light-colored crossover-style
but it's
vehicle
so far
parked
away.
next to Todd's Porsche at 7 a.m. By 7:30, it was gone. Although law enforcement had yet to move Todd and verify there was no weapon beneath him, it had become clear that the professor had been the victim of a murder. And thanks to the neighbors, details of a main suspect were emerging. Todd's ex-girlfriend, Mary, with whom he shared his daughter, was notified by the Hudson PD. Investigators were keen to learn about any romantic attachments the professor had, and any relationship tensions in particular.
But she got a little money too, huh?
Todd, we found Todd dead today. So,
And any explanation?
we're still in ongoing investigation. We have the detectives looking into it right now.
But
as we find out more.
Nice house though.
They had learned that the professor's first marriage had ended following an affair he had carried on with a student. That relationship had then also subsequently ended. It seems that the professor was also struggling with his alcohol use. Mary explained that his sobriety was tracked through a breathalyzer test connected to an app which updated her on the results throughout the week. Todd last performed the test the day before.
So he's required to do an iSober device.
What's that?
It's to, he'll breathe into it and it reads whether he's had a drink or not.
For the vehicle?
Just any.
Oh, wow, anything at all, okay.
And the last report I got was from yesterday at 7 o'clock in the morning.
You get reports from
Yeah,
the
it
ISO?
emails
No
the
kidding.
results.
So you got a result for that test yesterday?
Yes, I can pull it up.
Does it give numbers or just say if it's positive or negative for alcohol?
It does give numbers.
Okay.
What's this test called again?
iSober device.
Asked if there was any conflict in his life that she knew of, Mary could only point to some tensions with a new boyfriend of Todd's ex-wife. She was not certain of anyone that he was currently dating.
You said because oh sorry y'all. Somebody got a car running. I just got it muted so y'all won't hear.
So y'all won't hear the feedback.
Yeah.
But you was like, why?
My bad. I said I wonder why she's getting his result.
Probably because so that she can know for the child's safety.
Also, because they in a custody battle.
They in a custody battle too, and then also you sometimes pick her up. So I would need to know then, and then if she's going to be at your house and you're going to be drinking, like I think it's probably for both because of the custody and then for just safety if you're going to be having the kids.
Because I would think he possibly had a DUI previously before, but I'm like that wouldn't go to them though. Like I would pick. Man, leave, motherfucker, leave. All right, look at it.
Yeah. The only other thing I can think of that this was well over a year ago, his ex was dating someone that he said felt threatened by her and him ever having to exchange anything in person.
Okay.
So they would meet.
They would meet at like a police department or a common area.
It's his girlfriend's.
His ex-wife's boyfriend.
His other ex-wife's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
January, and at that time he said he was dating someone.
Okay. You didn't confirm or deny that. You don't know.
No, I don't know.
As officers worked to piece together a timeline and details of Todd's life, they learned one crucial piece of information. A 911 call had been placed from a cell phone originating at Todd Morgan's address at 7:21 a.m. on April 19th. If the time given by the neighbors of when the shots rang out was correct, this 911 call must have been placed within moments of the murder. Hudson Dispatch answered this call and found no one on the other end of the line.
Oh, no. That's a lawsuit. That's a lawsuit, see? You're supposed to respond to any 911 call because you never know if anybody's in danger on the other side. And that's the reason why they can pinpoint now GPS location, even from a cell phone call.
Yeah.
So somebody's supposed to show up immediately, responding to a 911 call, and then clarify if it was an accident or not. Nah.
This was not uncommon, they said. An SOS call will be activated from an iPhone if the power button is pressed 5 times consecutively. It can happen when a phone is placed in the cup holder of a car, for example. The call placed at the time of Todd's murder was speculated to be one of these accidental dials.
I don't think an accidental dial you can do it from like a cup holder. I guess it's shaking like this, like going down a hard road.
Yeah, it's like in a tie, like.
But
whatever,
this is a residential address.
But I get what you're saying, and I get what they're saying. I get all of it. But I like in situations. I mean, I get that if something like this is happening like often, you don't want to just be sending like. But also, it could be one of those situations where someone actually needs help.
But it's not coming from him often, though. It's just a situation where
I know it's not coming from him.
I'm not saying that.
But
what?
No, you press play.
No, you said but what?
But in situations, I will still like wonder
and send an officer out.
Yeah.
And it likely was placed in error by the potential killer, thought investigators. When the cell phone's owner was traced, it returned the name of an Akron woman, Terriana Siobhan Denise Peschel. She had a slim build, long dark hair, and drove a silver crossover.
Ooh.
Terriana's connection to Todd Morgan remained unclear. Nonetheless, she matched the description provided by the witnesses, and her accidental call to 911 placed her at the scene. Officers were immediately dispatched to Terriana's address. When they arrived, they encountered the homeowner, who told them Terriana did not live there. He refused to grant access to the house to verify.
What are we doing? Was she in trouble? Where were you talking? Oh, okay. I definitely let her know.
Can you tell her to call the Hudson Police Department?
Hudson
Police Department, Hudson, Ohio.
Okay, I sure will.
What friend she's staying with?
I don't know, man. It's some friend. I mean, she's a friend. You know, look like a little girlfriend. You know, she's a young girl. I'm an older man, and I'm just getting old. My grandkids upstairs in the bed. Y'all think y'all gonna just walk through my dog house? Hell no. Ain't no Terriana in here.
Apparently he's saying that she's with one of her
No.
girlfriends in Garden Valley.
Getting nailed to your house.
Yeah, how far? You think she lived there?
He made a comment. He said he said something about something. I'm just getting mine.
He did say that.
That gives me like that. This is just a girl he was dealing with or something. It ain't like no family member. And she was using your address, or could it be?
You think she inside that hall?
She could be, and got her car somewhere else.
Could be.
I'm a little confused now.
How far is that from here?
That's not far.
Oh, we could follow you over there. Is that an apartment complex?
Hudson detectives were unable to track down Terriana that night. They sought a search warrant for her phone data and began to track her movements, hoping to determine where she was living and where she had been before and after the shots rang out from Todd Morgan's home. The data revealed that just 6 minutes after the accidental 911 call was placed, her phone was traveling at roughly 60 miles per hour near the Interstate 271 split in Macedonia. Todd Morgan's cell phone followed the exact same path. Wow. His phone then ceased moving along the highway. Multiple searches were performed to locate it, but it was never recovered.
Dang.
Detectives tracked Tariana to her sister's home at the Envision apartment complex. Her silver Ford Taurus X with a missing back plate was in the parking lot. She was picked up and brought in for questioning.
So stupid.
She give me
in for questioning.
I don't want to call her, but she gives me something.
What?
Over a month later.
Yeah.
But she gives me something if you catch me.
I got you.
She looks strong too.
By the time Tariana was arrested, the case against her had snowballed. What started with a single connection, that 911 call, had led to an avalanche of evidence. A 9mm cartridge collected at the scene had matched to a firearm associated with an unsolved homicide from Cleveland in 2021. In that case, the main suspect was the ex-girlfriend of the victim, as well as the registered gun owner, Tariana Peschel.
Wow.
She had been into the station for further questions relating to that case only days before Todd's murder. At that time, she had pointed the finger at another ex-boyfriend. Despite near certainty that she was the shooter in that case, there had never been enough evidence to bring charges. That did not seem to be a problem this time. In addition to the phone data placing her at the scene at the exact time of the murder, the ring footage captured a vehicle that resembled her Ford Taurus parked by the back door. Her gun was the murder weapon. Investigators determined that the shoe prints on the deck were from a particular Nike sneaker. They found Facebook photos.
Hey, y'all gotta give me my props on that one. Hey, you gotta give my props on that one. I saw the shoe and I said, I know them shoes, bro. But also, I was like, who would have committed a crime like that in some fucking Air Force Ones? And the only thing in my head was, I said, somebody black. I said, but I don't think somebody black would have committed this crime because nobody's black is in the vicinity.
In the community.
And I just was like, I don't see it happening. But I said there was some forces.
But when you said that, and then in the beginning when he was like this double life and this life, you picking up people from all different walks of life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's just get into it.
I said, bro.
Because when you said that, I was like, it definitely does look like.
And then they said some boots. I said,
and I looked up boots, and I was like, no, normally they be having like the little spiky thingy.
Yeah, I said, there's some forces,
whatever they
bro.
call it. But anyway, okay, let's go. Let's not get stuck on that. I'm not giving you a handshake.
Of Tariana wearing these exact shoes only months before. They captured surveillance of her silver Taurus driving from the area that.
And she took the place off.
Well, the place on there, they blurred out right now.
No, when they found it.
Oh, yes,
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying she took the place
girl,
off.
You didn't think.
Morning. Just days following, Tariana had switched devices and phone numbers. Law enforcement were able to trace that change and continued to monitor her usage.
Yeah.
On April 22nd, she performed a search for "Can police track my phone even if I remove the SIM?" followed by accessing multiple articles about Todd Morgan, including one titled "Hudson Murder Victim Identified as Cleveland State University Professor." She performed searches for her name in connection to the crime 41 times in the weeks following.
Trying to see if they were already on to her about anything.
Finally, her DNA was identified on a Black & Mild cigar found.
Boy, you should have said a black man. Damn, I would have known it was. God, you know how I would have known it was a black person? Black & Mild, Air Force Ones. Man, we looking for somebody black.
Do white people not smoke blacks?
I ain't never seen a white person smoke a Black & Mild.
I have. I actually have. But they
be down though.
They grew up around.
They be a little down though. I don't see white people smoking black. They smoke cigars. Don't get it twisted. But Black & Mild. I bet it's great.
Okay, babe. This is my thing. I need more because I need to know like.
The connection
are you just
evil,
a cold-blooded? You know what I'm saying?
But she already killed somebody before.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because you didn't take nothing. Don't seem like it unless you did, and they just. What?
I gotta hear
more. We need
more.
more. I need some.
Inside the house, as well as on the condoms.
I said she come off as a.
Gosh.
She comes off
here
as
about 5 minutes, okay? Okay, you need anything? Are you okay? Okay. I'll be right back.
That's why she went for the money.
When Tariana sat down with detectives, she began by denying that she knew Todd Morgan. She did not think she had ever been to Hudson either.
Okay. You ever been to Hudson before? I don't recall. Okay.
Oh, she gone already.
Like, go to a lot of places. Okay. But you can't recall being in Hudson? No. Okay. So, your phone, why would it dial 911 on April 19th? In the morning, at April 19th, around 7:22 in the morning. My phone? Yeah. I don't know. Okay. I don't know why my phone would call. I didn't call nobody. You didn't call 911? No, I did not. Okay. I don't know. Did they say I called? I didn't call. Yeah, we got your phone number. And we attempted to call back that morning. We could get an answer. So here's what's interesting about these two photos. Right? Okay, these two photos were actually on your phone. On my phone? Mm-hmm. Well, they weren't on my phone. You actually typed in a search for this guy.
Oh, it's a search.
And you viewed this image on your phone. You also did a search for 320 West Streetsville Street, and you viewed this image on your phone. Mary, I'll give you an opportunity.
You said what?
I said, lock her butt up. You sit up there lying, baby. They got everything they need.
Yeah, she cooked.
So lock up.
She cooked.
Here to talk to us. We need to know what happened. Okay, and I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on. What do you have? I don't know what's going on. Who's it?
Tariana was presented with her own phone data, location, searches, calls, and her messaging history. It seems she and Todd had connected through Bumble. Their conversation was then taken off the app and continued via text message.
We got a lot of information.
Todd didn't have no time.
We have video, we have phone calls, we have Bumble chat messages. Okay, we have shell casings, we have shoe prints. We've got a lot of stuff that is a lot of good evidence here. Okay, this is your opportunity to talk to us about it. Okay.
All right.
I really gotta know what you want me to say. I want to know what happened. We want to know what happened. We have a lot of questions. We want to know what happened.
Tariana's messaging history contained multiple exchanges involving the solicitation of prostitution.
But we already knew that.
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to call her that. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted it to become. I wanted it to come out.
You just wanted them to say it.
Yeah, but I would call it. Let me make you happy. She's 27. At 27, life kicking your ass.
Yeah, cause
girl, you look bad. You gotta stay off them blacks, cause that ain't doing you no good.
She wrote that she only does out calls, which meant she would travel to other locations.
Chocolate Hershey drop ready to melt all over you. Slim, petite, flexible, clean, and fresh. No law enforcement. No cheap, in all caps, men. Hold on. No cheap men, in all caps. White guys spoil me the best. I see men only. Sorry, lady. She ain't looking for you.
Baby, I think we okay.
Her messages provided price lists to potential clients. The day he was killed, Todd sent a $50 payment to Tariana via Cash App. According to her, people send money to her Cash App all the time. Who was to say what that was for? Despite searches on her device for his name, address, and articles about his murder, she did not even remember a Todd Morgan.
Girl.
So, Todd Morgan sends you $50 morning of April 19th. I don't know. Okay, but he did. So, what I want to ask you is, there was another payment. About 23 minutes later, there was a $1,000 payment.
Oh, shit.
That was sent from Todd Morgan to Black Beauty.
Todd spending $1,000 for this? Todd. RP, but Todd. $1,000 for this? She ain't worth it. That ain't, hell no. And Shorty, why we need to be selling like, go get your OnlyFans account. You can make more money. Could have made way more money on OnlyFans. You know?
And you confirm that Black Beauty, this Cash App is you. That's you, obviously, in that picture. So he sent you $1,000. Now, we go back to a $50 payment. You say, guys send you random $50 every now and then. Okay, you guys send you random $1,000 payments?
No.
Okay, so
it can happen.
It could happen.
It could happen.
The second $1,000 transfer never went through. This larger amount required a follow-up authentication via a notification that Todd's phone received just before 7.
Oh shit!
Via a notification that Todd's phone received just before 7:30 a.m.
She tried to send it to herself.
She killed him, and then tried to
send $1,000 to herself.
Cause she see he got this Porsche, he got this house, he got all this. Damn, I was finna pause and say that. I was about to say that, but then I was like, damn, I ain't let him finish. I'm sorry, y'all. Damn, calm down.
You calm down.
He never verified the transfer.
That's why she took his phone.
Okay, so the morning of April 19th, here's what we have. We have this Cash App payment, right? I went through for $50. We have another Cash App payment that was 23 minutes later for $1,000. We have this vehicle leaving Todd Morgan's house at around 7:23 in the morning on April 19th. You said that's your car.
Mm-hmm.
Have your phone at 328 West Streetsboro Street on April 19th at 7 in the morning. You actually have your phone at that address after midnight on April 19th, which looks like it was there overnight.
That's why so many rappers.
Yeah.
They were going there for a long time.
It's not possible. Your DNA is inside of that house. Black and Miles are inside of that house. The kind of shipments that are inside of the house that match shoes that you're wearing in Facebook photos.
So much evidence.
So much.
Tariana never conceded to detectives that she was at Todd Morgan's house that day. Of course,
she's dirty too.
She did not have to. Initially, Tariana Peschel pleaded not guilty to the murder and prepared for trial. However, the day the trial was scheduled to commence, a plea deal was reached with the state. She would admit guilt in exchange for 20 years to life in prison for the murder and another 3 years on a gun charge. Parole eligibility would begin after 23 years served. It would save Todd's family the trauma of a trial and potentially grant her a shorter sentence. In September 2024, the family was given the opportunity to give impact statements to the court. Mary spoke of the loss to their daughter, who had adored her father.
Since his murder, my daughter's life has been irrevocably altered. At just 6 years old, she is at one of the most impressionable stages of her life. She was only 4 when she waited at school for her dad to pick her up, not understanding why he never came. When I arrived, she was confused and desperately wanted to call him, but each call went unanswered. I had to explain to her that her daddy wouldn't be coming back because someone had hurt him. I watched her curl up in my arms, hiding her face as she processed this unimaginable loss.
Damn.
That's sad, man.
Todd's mother, Sandy, told the court that her son had been struggling. Only a few weeks before his death, he had told her that he was broken. He had been trying to better himself in health and mind by exercising, meditating, and staying healthy. But also, Todd told his mother that he knew his salvation was with God. It seems that just before he died, Todd experienced a setback. This misstep indirectly led to his murder.
I'm Todd's mom. I always will be. Todd's not here to tell his story. Only God, Todd, and you know the truth of what happened on April 19th.
Bitch, what you crying for?
Took this man, and I'm still confused as to what
bitch, you a $50 hoe.
I'm still confused as to
the motive.
I'm still confused as to motives. Like,
what, you wanted more money because you stayed there all night? If I paid $50 for that, it's $50. Don't try to jip me. Because she probably wanted more out of him.
Maybe
it seemed
the
like
more
a lot
he
of
got
stuff
comfortable
happened
with you, the more he probably had you around. If everything was good and all that, maybe he would have started giving you more money or sending you or whatever the case. Who knows? I don't know. That's besides whatever. But
it does seem appear that he kind of backslid on because it seemed like he was possibly, from what they're saying, trying to clean himself up, and then he backslid a little bit.
Trying to work out of stuff, because even the woman that called him odd or whatever, Linda, in the beginning.
She did.
Yeah, she was like, sometimes he'll ask my daughter or whatever to watch, so he goes to the gym and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, like, girl,
what you crying for, man? Your life's still here. You still have an opportunity at some point. He gone. The hell we crying for?
All I know, he was brutally murdered by you.
Brutally.
And he basically died for nothing. You didn't even know him.
Didn't know.
Your actions to take my son's life changed my life forever.
7 times.
You know what a judge should make you do?
7 times.
You know what a judge should make you do? The judge would say, "We're gonna take this off the table if you can't look at them in their eyes, because you got your head away from them the whole time." As a last fuck you. No, face me.
Thanks.
Face me, mother. You know what I'm saying?
It's changed all of our lives. Even more so, you took a father from 2 beautiful children. They were his world, and he was theirs.
Tariana spoke only briefly before receiving her agreed-upon sentence.
Yes, to his family.
Shit.
I'm very sorry,
She got a fucking smirk on her face. Man.
Hope that one day that you can find it in your hearts to forgive me. That's it.
I'm sentencing you to a period of 20 years to life on count 1, aggravated murder and unclassified felony. In addition, that sentence will run consecutive to the 3-year firearm specification, which is attached to that count 1. That firearm specification 3-year sentence must be served first, it must be consecutive, and it is in fact mandatory. This will make you eligible for parole, which there's no guarantee of that, at the earliest at 23 years, but you could serve up to life in prison for this matter. Do you understand all of that, Ms. Paschal?
Yes, Your Honor. I love you. I love you too.
It's in the game weight. And they're eating good.
Don't ever let them tell you don't. You hear me?
Shut y'all asses up and get the fuck out the court.
And that was the tragic case of Dr. Todd Morgan.
Rest in peace.
Fast, man. I ain't gonna lie, this case pissed me off.
Also, with the 2021 case?
Go lock her ass up for this shit.
Was y'all able to, I want to know, because that was her too.
Yeah, that was her. That was 100% her.
That's sad, man.
Hey, man, y'all spam us up in the comments. Let us know y'all thoughts and opinions about it for us in the comment section down below. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
Kid and C.
We are.
Please tell me you can hear me. Don't tell your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money low, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.